Bonsoir, Upper East Siders. Are you enjoying the party as much as I am? I know one person who isn't. We've made it.
Okay, we started in February.
Oh. We are ending in what is almost July.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. How did this happen?
I don't know. It went fast,
but
right?
not.
Yeah.
Like, just felt nicely paced.
Yeah.
But hi.
Hi.
We are three Gossip Girls, a Gossip Girl podcast. I'm Les.
And I'm Michelle.
Tonight we have my sister Shanna on chat.
Woo woo.
So she's gonna be helping us out tonight because we're live.
What? I keep saying you asked for this, but no one asked for this.
We made it up ourselves, like people had asked, but they didn't.
Whatever.
But we hope that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Hey, people at home, we're waving to you now. We watched the season finale of season 4, episode 22, The Wrong Goodbye. Original air date May 16th, 2011, written by Joshua Safran, directed by Patrick Norris. Look at that.
Yeah, we were just talking about
Patrick
him.
Norris was on OC Bitches this week, so.
Yep.
Are you guys listening? It's a topic for another day.
Sure is.
Vic says she has chills.
Oh. About Patrick Norris?
No, about listening live.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That is
Yeah,
really
so if
so
you're
cute.
listening live right now and you're seeing us, hi, welcome. And if you're not, then welcome to your Tuesday, Wednesday, depending if you're a patron or not.
Yeah, and I guess this will be on YouTube, so you could watch it.
You could watch it if you wanted to. Yeah, you're right. Why would you want to? But please listen to the edited and good quality version of this podcast episode.
In your car while you're walking, laundry.
Definitely. So the summary for the season finale. Season 4 wraps with an explosive explosive finale, including the return of Georgina Sparks and Constance Billiard, Mean Girls, Coty, and Iz. Why we added them. And a cameo by Gossip Girl author Cicely von Zygersar. Is that how we say her last name?
I'm not sure.
I didn't prep, so. A performance by Airborne Toxic Event, and a few very juicy cliffhangers. That was a summary.
That's really the summary?
Yes.
You didn't write that?
No, it sounded like I did write it. And then I stumbled over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, lots of juicy cliffhangers. My glass full of gossip tonight is titled, cheers, Mazel Tov!
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty. It's lavender gin from the Better Man Distillery in Patchogue, New York, near us. And some Topo Chico seltzer with lime juice. Delicious.
So
Very good.
I heard, Shan, this is your preferred beverage?
Yeah, I made it up. It's my version of a gin and tonic.
It is a gin and tonic.
Yeah.
But tonic is
It's a little
sweet usually.
sweeter than tonic because the Topo Chico seltzer. But yeah.
Wait, but this is just regular Topo Chico? It's not,
usually the lime has just a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no sugar or anything, but just a little bit more.
which is my preferred drink. I don't like sugar. That's why I don't like tonic.
Yeah.
Because there's sugar in tonic.
Tonic
Yeah.
is super sweet.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
had
a
a
little more
gin.
bubbly than a gin and tonic, right?
It's so good.
Yes, it is bubbly.
Yum.
I like it though. Thank you for the suggestion. But I wanted to say cheers to the season 4 finale and to Total Betty Media and to our patrons and our listeners and to that kid being bar mitzvahed, Joseph,
Oh,
apparently.
yes, to Joseph!
The most goyim name they could have chosen, Joseph. Jillian?
I had a client today whose name was Joseph, and he's very Jewish.
Oh.
Very much Jewish. And I said,
Like-
I'd never met a Jewish Joseph. And then today, this came
That's
up.
so
Like
funny.
pizza bagel, though, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Straight up?
Straight up. I don't know. Maybe his parents are feeling a little excited.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just so
Interesting.
funny that they came up today.
Yeah, so mazel tov to Joseph and
Yeah.
to the finale of the podcast for season 4. So let's refresh our memories on my 3 gossip words for this episode. Mike was patting me on the back. Thank you, Mike. So we have reunion. So obviously the kids are at Constance. We also have Georgina. That's a reunion. Test for the last banger 1 minute of the episode where we see a pregnancy test, a positive pregnancy test. And Ivy for the introduction of Ivy, who this whole time we thought was named Charlie. And I've almost slipped like a few times calling her Ivy. Like a couple weeks ago, I was like,
It's
"Oh,
'cause
Ivy's
she's so
dress,"
Ivy.
and I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
I literally almost called her Ivy in front of you, and you would have been like, "What are you
Oh my
talking
God.
about?"
I probably would have went right over my head.
I guess
don't even
so.
think I would have caught that.
Well, now we know her name is not Charlie. It is Ivy.
She's
have
not
made
even
it.
related to them.
No. Isn't it weird that no family members realize that that's not even their cousin?
It's super weird.
Well, Serena said she hadn't seen her since she was 5, right? So like, you
Something
could look
like
really
that.
different.
Yeah.
From
But
5.
even that meeting when they met for
But
the
like,
first
Grandma
time,
hasn't seen her
right
all
in the
those years.
lobby,
Right.
and
it's weird.
she like knew all. She's like, "Oh, you must be my cousin."
Charlie, yeah.
They must look very similar.
They
Will
must.
you confirm or deny if we ever meet Charlie?
Do you want me to confirm?
I don't know yet. Let me
Okay,
get
you
back
marinate
to
on it.
Okay.
All right, so we start out the episode right where we left off. Serena and Vanessa are heading to see what Charlie is up to. The two begin to argue a little bit because Serena believes, this is not obviously 100% Charlie's fault. She's ill. And Vanessa's like not so sure. We find out that Charlie has done this before with apparently her roommate's boyfriend that led her on.
So Carol told them this.
Carol told them this. I guess so, yeah.
Told Lily and then...
Right. So we know we're setting it up that she's done something like this before and now she's doing it again. Again, guys, this is like we don't really get why we had to do this whole crazy
I think
scheme.
We could have just had her
just get the checkbooks.
Yes, and act like this without adding the mental illness
Right.
aspect to it.
Right.
Because it doesn't...
She could have just said, "Call me Serena," and maybe she doesn't have to be like suicidal.
She could have just been normal.
She could have just been a normal.
Do you think you'd get your inheritance if you were more
Normal?
normal than
Right.
ill?
Unless obviously Carol's behind this, as we find out. So she's like, well, my only way my family's really going to get into this if we add this serious aspect to it. How did she get the prescription filled?
William. I hope that's not a spoiler.
It kind of is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. That's not a spoiler. He's a doctor.
But he's hooking up Carol?
Well, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Honestly, I haven't watched the next season in a really long time. It's just a guess.
That's a good guess. I don't know, so it's a good guess. How else? I mean, he's a fucking crook doctor
No,
anyway.
I know that, but why would he hook up Carol for a scheme unless he's going to help her get money? Like with the,
I don't remember. I was just saying this to Liz that I don't remember why they make her ill with this.
Right. Is there a reason?
Like, I don't
for that?
remember what happens next season.
Well, now because of the doctor can help. This will help the storyline.
Watch is going to be 100% true. It's going
Right.
to kill me.
I honestly don't know, so we'll find out together. I'm excited.
Wow. Okay.
So anyway, Serena and Vanessa are on their way to find Charlie and Padge to make sure everything's okay. Padge bumps into Nate at the event, can tell something's up with Nate because he's obviously having issues with the Raina situation and Chuck. But Nate also mentions that Dan looks a bit shaken himself, in which Dan has to reply, "Yeah, Charlie just threw me off by wanting me to call her Serena while we had our sexy time." So,
Ooh.
and Nate he thinks it's really funny.
Yeah.
I love
like,
their
of
bromance.
course.
Yeah.
Of course
They're
that
so
would
funny.
happen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Patch heads over to Eric to see if he has seen Charlie, and then all of our kids come running up to each other, and nobody knows where anyone is. Blair's missing, Charlie's missing. They're all trying to figure out what their next step is, and Georgina, the queen herself, shows up.
What a light.
She's the best.
She's so gorgeous, right?
Yeah, but even besides that, I mean, she added so much to this episode that we needed.
We totally. I mean,
Yeah.
every time she is there, it's usually for a good purpose. Like, she's stirring up shit, but it's like for like
For fun.
for the fun of the show.
Right, but this particular, she was so self-aware of, oh no, I haven't stirred up shit in so long. My life is so boring. I'm a Bedford wife. I need to do this.
Yeah,
So good.
it's so good.
Yeah.
And we were saying too, I guess she did go to Constance at one point, but we've never really seen her there. So
Can Angelina confirm that?
Angelina,
Our gossip girl or whoever?
I mean, her and Serena were best friends.
Katie said I'd let Georgina hit me with a truck.
Right.
Yeah, ain't that the truth, right?
Yeah, but I had the same thought. I'm like, did she just get her way in here, or her husband is an alumni or something?
Right, that's what I was thinking too. Maybe he's alumni because she says, oh, he's like a shoo-in for my kid to get to go to Yale. So maybe the husband. But let's just,
like,
for
how did
continuity
she
purposes, call it Georgina.
Serena, then. They had to have gone together for
I think she
year.
maybe just like moved around a lot.
Georgina?
Yeah, but her and Serena were best friends.
Okay.
And, party girls or
Right.
whatever. So, as we said, Georgina is at the event. It is confirmed.
Angelina said.
Thank you, Angelina.
Thank you.
The angel. So Georgina sees everyone whispering. She wants to be in on this. She introduces her husband, Philip, to everyone. And she's like, yeah. He just married me so that I could pretty much use his loft and have my kid go to Yale. And I'm the trophy wife.
I mean, it's a good exchange.
It's a great exchange, but she's so bored.
Right.
And she's itching to scheme and find out what the drama's about. So throughout the episode, she keeps asking to participate in the drama, but everyone keeps dismissing her. So she gets upset and she lashes out. So Dan finds Charlie drunk and she's dancing around. He apologizes for overreacting, which, did he really overreact? I think he just wanted to kind of talk her off the ledge. Like, let's just go home.
Yeah, calm her down.
I like you. You didn't have to do all of this. And she's like, why did you leave me on? And then pushes a waiter into him.
Wait, I wanted to talk about this one point.
Yeah.
Why did you lead me on? There was an X amount of weeks.
2, I think she said.
2 weeks?
She said 2
Or
weeks?
a few weeks, maybe?
Yeah, because we were like, oh, did this happen the day after?
Maybe.
Remember
it's-
last week with the whole, they had their first kiss.
We think it was their first kiss. Not sure if it was their first kiss. He didn't act like it was their first kiss.
Right. So it's been kind of building.
A few weeks, 2-3 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, but they've probably been seeing each other every day.
Yeah, which things grow quickly
Right.
when you do.
I get stuck on details like this.
I understand.
Yeah,
I'm stuck
yeah.
on the details too. There's
Right.
a lot. There's lots of
Logistics.
details.
Right.
Yeah, so she pushes the waiter, as we said, and she runs away. Serena is off looking at old pictures of her and Blair reminiscing, and then Headmistress Queller comes up to her with the author of the books, Cicely. And she's like, this is Cicely. She's heard so much about you. And then she walks away. And then Queller says that she's disappointed in Serena for not sticking at Brown because she wanted her to just get away from this life and New York and do something. And Serena's like, no, I went to Columbia to be closer to my friends and my family. And Mistress Queller is like, maybe after college.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
the
That's rough.
dig.
What a little.
I mean, the dig. But also I feel like she's the audience. And then the two little minuet girls come over and they're like, you didn't pick Nate or Dan. What are you doing with your life, Serena?
You
We want to
can't
be
make
Blair.
a choice.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so Serena's like waking herself up here.
Right.
Finally,
Yeah.
she needs to come to the realization that she has never once made a damn decision in her entire life. It's all been handed to her.
Yeah, or people making the decisions
Or
for
people
her.
making the decisions for her. So she had a rude awakening in this episode. The gang, they all find each other again, but no Charlie in sight. And then Charlie sends out a text to Dan and Serena that she's sorry, goodbye. And Georgina's like, who's this amateur? I love that part.
Her lines in this episode were so good.
They were great.
Yeah.
So they all split up to find her, and then people go like out of the building. Serena stays in the building. Dan goes down to the Vanderwoodsons. Vanessa goes to the loft. So everyone's kind of spread out. However, Charlie's still in the building. And Georgina's been watching her this whole time.
So you know when everybody splits and goes?
Yes.
And Georgina walks past her. Did she see her at that
Did
point?
Charlie see her or Georgina
No.
see
Did
her?
Georgina see Charlie? Because Charlie's up
Yeah,
against
I
the
think
wall.
so, yeah.
And Georgina walks right by her,
She's
like storing
what's
it.
this girl up to?
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on you and just
Mhm.
lead everybody in different directions.
Yeah, so Georgina ends up seeing Charlie. Charlie's asking, is there a place I can get some fresh air? I just need a window. And Georgina's like, yeah, totally. Top floor window. Big wide one opens right up. Like,
All
pretty much,
yours.
there you go.
Right.
Jump to your death. Like,
Here you
messed
go.
up. And so Charlie goes away. Serena's like 2 steps after her, asking where Charlie is. And Georgina's like, I just want to be a part of it. And Serena's like, her life is at risk, girl. Just give me the information. And so Serena heads upstairs to find Charlie. And we also have a great Georgina, like, you get me. I miss you.
And also, you
So
know,
funny.
Serena's like, what happens if this is your son at 17? And she's like,
I hope it is.
yeah, right. If he's not doing this, then I did my job wrong.
Exactly. She's like, I hope he's getting into some sort of trouble. He is my son after
She's
all.
so self-aware. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah.
So as we said, Vanessa heads to the Brooklyn loft to see if Charlie went there, but she finds a manuscript of Dan's book inside.
I'm going to say something.
Mm.
That's probably an unpopular opinion.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
This, by far, this situation is my favorite storyline happening right now.
Ooh.
Which part?
Vanessa
taking
finding the
And-
manuscript.
Okay, and submitting it.
Like,
Okay.
I wanted to watch this more than the other stuff.
I want to read what it says.
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, but this is what I'm most excited for.
Yeah. It's an exciting part. It's exciting.
Vic said Vanessa needs to leave to Spain and not come back, and I 100% agree.
Who said that?
Vic.
Yeah. Mom.
I was like, bye, bitch.
You guys might get your wish.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and it's funny too. You see kind of Vanessa like reminiscing about, like, she's looking in the office, which was once Jenny's room, then was once her room. She's definitely like, she's now the outsider looking. I mean, she's always been, but she's really the outsider looking in. Like, wow, Dan's life is so different. I'm not really a part of it anymore. Finds the manuscript, thinks it's amazing, and they call each other, and she tells him, like, this is awesome. You need to do something with it. Publish it. And he's like, get out of my room. Mind your own damn business. And she's like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you just admit and be brave and not care what these people think of you? And he's like, if this gets out, I will literally be the biggest outsider ever, because they're never going to forgive me, because it's a satire of the Upper East Side. And he's literally written all about his friends and family, you know, like now Serena is his stepsister.
Right.
Jenny's his sister, you know, everyone's a part of this world. And so he really can't get around, if this gets published, then he's going to have some problems.
There was, as inappropriate as that was, and there was crossing a boundary, she was speaking truth.
She was, yeah.
You want to be in more than Jenny.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you have written this piece, it is so good. You have fear. I want you to pursue this. But also for her, I feel like it's like, do this for me.
For us,
stand
like the
up for
outsiders.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And what she said is the truth. Like, you wanted to be this. Like, she never realized how much so.
Right.
And now she's finally getting the glimpse. Oh my God, Dan always wanted to be in this world. It wasn't because he like loved Serena. It was because he just wanted to be with them and be one of the cool kids, more than Jenny apparently. So yeah, so they have this kind of really bad argument where she tells him would have been better if he never asked out Serena 4 years ago, and he said it would have been better if you never came to my stoop at 4 years ago.
Whoa.
Yeah, and they hang up, and it's not good. And she takes the manuscript with her.
Bold.
Very bold.
Serena finds Charlie standing by a humongous open window, as we said, and she's ready to jump. And Serena, of course, begs her not to. Charlie states, everyone thinks I'm crazy, nobody likes me, and I'll never be Serena Vanderwoodson, in which Serena replies, you don't want to be Serena Vanderwoodson. Trust me, my life is not so perfect, and you can have what I have. Just come down. I'll get Dan if you want. And she's like, Dan doesn't even like me. And she begs and pleads for her to calm down. And then she mentions that Serena can't make a choice for herself, which was great. She didn't choose Paris. Blair chose that for her. She couldn't choose between Dan or Nate. And she's like, I'm going to apologize to them. So Charlie finally comes down off the window, and they kind of like hug it out. And Charlie's like, you have me, Serena. Interesting.
But it was just such
interesting.
a
now I'm thinking about it.
A quick switch of Charlie's like, oh, I'm okay now.
Well, because was she ever not okay?
No. But
Right, like
it doesn't translate.
it does.
for
Like
me
any other
anyway.
person would have been like, "Oh, okay, that was easy."
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. So Serena ends up texting Nate and Dan at the same time, and like, here we go. But she tells them, "Look, I'm sorry that I kind of led you on all summer. can you forgive me? And they're like, it's already forgiven. Don't worry about it.
We
Of
already
course.
have.
Yeah.
You're good.
And so Dan says, hey, Charlie, let me take you home. And she's like, that would be great, but let me just call my mom first to tell her that I'm okay. And when she calls her mom, she says, yeah, it's me. Everything worked out perfectly. So what were you thinking in this moment? Because I'm like staring dead ass at you like, what's happening, Michelle?
Well, I told you what my first thought was. I thought she called Juliet. I thought somehow she was working with Juliet.
Oh, yeah,
That this
Juliet.
was
She
gonna-
really was the big bad.
That is going to pop back up
Associated.
again.
I mean, Juliet was like one of the best villains.
Yes, agreed.
I mean, she ended up being like
Well, she actually accomplished
an okay
everything
person,
she was
but
looking to accomplish.
Yeah.
she really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would have been a great
that
twist.
was like the first thought. And then I was like, oh, who else could she be working with? So
So you didn't think her mom off the bat?
Not
Or
right
her
there.
not mom.
not right there. But as the episode went on, I had a little bit of an inkling of maybe this could be her mom.
But you know who overhears this situation? Georgina. And she goes up to Charlie and she's like, I don't think you've ever been on or off meds before, but you look like a good time. So here's my phone number. If you're ever in the city again, hit me up and we can get into some trouble together.
Yes.
So this should be good, guys.
Cannot wait to see them together.
Yeah. We have to sum up chair.
Ugh.
Wah. I mean,
Even I agree they're the worst part of this
some sort of good moments for, this part of the storyline.
Yeah.
So Chuck arrives at the St. Jude's and Constance event, and he goes over to Eleanor and wonders where Blair is. And Eleanor is like, let me give you a piece of my mind. Just leave her alone. Let her be happy. Just let her go. And I'm like, yes, Eleanor, please.
Thank you, Mom.
Slap it into this guy.
Slap it into
Slap
this
it
guy.
into him.
Slap it in.
Just pound it in hard in the
going.
head.
Keep going. We need more. We need more. We need more.
It's getting worse.
Just I'm good. That's it. So
She spoke her mind.
I couldn't think of any other words. So
Mic drop.
Chuck decides that he's going to check the Empire for Blair, and Nate says, yeah, I'll go with you. Also, I have something to tell you. And he reveals that he told Raina about her dad killing her mother. Oopsie.
What was he thinking, though?
He was like, I'm
what
thinking
was
about my
he
girlfriend,
thinking?
I guess.
What would you have done, Jan? How could you not tell her?
Right.
It was such
But
a
they just
tricky
made a deal.
situation. I know, but Nate, she's like,
Yeah.
I probably would have done the same thing.
I'm sure I would
Right.
too.
Your boyfriend, girlfriend is hurting, and you know this huge thing. So he tells Raina, we know the repercussions of that. And so now Chuck is like, this is really bad because anyone could be in the, crossfires of this, which leaves Blair to be very vulnerable. He cares about finding her over anything else, which happens to be where Russell is. And so they arrive back at the Empire where Raina has been waiting for them. And she apologizes to Chuck for blaming him for everything. And they kind of apologize to each other. They both messed up, but they're even now, so it's all cool. We didn't need this scene. Trust me, guys.
No, we didn't.
And we pan to Russell, who has Blair in the construction site of Charles's place. Mind you, isn't that the worst name for a hotel you've ever heard? Charles's place.
Charles's place.
There should be like a little, like,
Oh my
I don't
God.
know. It's like a place for mom, or like
Yeah,
something like really corny like that.
Place-
Just
Place
a
for
place
Mom.
for Charles.
I didn't take it like it was the name. I took it like it was just like the.
It was like Charles's place,
yeah,
like
like
his
the
own thing.
mock-up. Like
Oh well, I thought the
Oh.
posters say Charles's
I,
place.
I
But
didn't think that was the name.
Yeah.
well, Angelina listen. So we get to the Empire, as we said. Raina, they apologize to each other. Russell and Blair are at Charles's place.
Are they in the basement? This is very
I'm not really
season 9
sure.
One Tree Hill, and that's all I'll say. But
Yes,
you
guys.
guys know.
Season 9 of One Tree Hill. This is a thing.
The first thing I thought
Flashbacks.
of.
Same.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blair ends up managing to call Chuck with her cell phone, but hiding it from Russell. This was a really quick maneuver. And so she calls him, I guess.
So he could hear.
He hears. I don't know how he knew exactly where they were.
Oh, yeah.
She said it.
Does she say,
She
you
says,
brought me?
"You're
you brought me
holding
to
here
Chuck's
at the-
hotel or
yeah,
whatever."
at the top of whatever.
Yes, yes. So she like said it, which is like Russell's a smart dude. The fact that he didn't catch on to this, she's lucky. But
And also, she was able to pull this off because she has him on speed dial.
number one,
Do we have speed dial? Do you have speed dial? You
yeah.
do.
I mean,
I don't use it like I hold.
How
down
do you
the
use
line.
I
it?
have,
But I have like favorites. That, like,
yeah, I have favorites.
I have favorites
but I've never
too,
used
but if
them.
I open up my iPhone and I hold down one, Aunt will be called.
I have no
I think
idea.
on the old school phones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
know,
how,
but
how
not
it
on an
works with
iPhone.
an iPhone.
We'll have
these
to test
days.
it on break.
Yeah, I'm not
curious.
too sure. But Chuck overhears that she's there. They run to Charles's place, and Russell is taunting Blair with the lighter, and we can tell he's obviously up to something. He's like, "It's taking so long." You're like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
He's so bad.
It's bad. It's really just poor.
like all this
poor
build up, and
writing.
this is what we got. I almost forgot this happened by the end of the episode.
Well, yeah, I mean, it happened. It's over
It was
within 10
yeah,
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Russell tells Blair, "I'm doing this because Chuck took my daughter from me. I'm going to take what he loves most." And we see him flicking away that lighter. So then Chuck, Raina, and Nate arrive at the construction site. They smell gas. And Nate's like, "I'm going to call 911. Yes, Michelle?
No. Okay, they arrive, and Nate goes, calls 911, and Raina's like, "I smell something," and Chuck's like, "Whew." He's literally a vampire. He was
He
out
was
of there.
You didn't even see him.
You heard the
Yeah,
like you
didn't
hear
even
with
see him.
vampires. You hear with vampires.
You didn't even see him.
Oh my god.
I know.
This
She's
better.
been on this.
I know. I forgot she
Move
mentioned that. And now I remembered it. Yeah. He really is a vampire.
We
but-
have an answer.
Yes.
No speed dial on iPhones other than the one being voicemail.
Oh.
Also, Will said, question, does Charles Place have a speakeasy burlesque club or nah?
I'm sure it will eventually have one.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yes. So they call 911. Blair is trying to plead to Russell. The Basses are bad, I know, but, we can forgive them and don't do this. And at the perfect moment, of course, Chuck, busts in the door.
What was he going to do?
What was he going to do?
Really
What if
though.
Russell dropped the lighter? That would have been
He
it.
was waiting because Blair's like, I was sold and then loved and traded and all the BS. And Chuck's like, wow, you're right. I think he was listening. Wow, this is hurting me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, hello, you smell gas? And this girl's being tied up.
Yeah. So he makes his way in there, and then Raina immediately after is like, "Dad." He's like, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to be here. Obviously. Nobody's supposed to be there. Are you going to kill yourself with Blair? What was supposed to happen there?"
Yeah.
And so she's like, "Dad, I know it wasn't your fault. It was an accident. I forgive you. Hand me over the lighter." And she takes it, and she's like, "You're going to jail, and you're never going to hear from me ever again." Eee, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, but also that's it. That was
That was
the
it.
whole
I know. It
scene.
kind of was and so lackluster.
Yeah,
I remember it being much more intense.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
She wasn't tied up.
No,
He
she was
didn't,
just sitting there.
hit her
No.
or anything.
No, it
She
was not
just-
really torture.
I feel
standing
like I've
there.
seen images of her. I thought she was tied to a chair, but I think maybe I'm just having One Tree Hill memories again.
Right.
Yeah. So
And when Chuck busts in, he's like, and just grabs. It's awful. It's just bad execution.
it's all bad. It's all bad.
Yeah.
And it's now over, luckily for everyone.
well, we still have more
oh no,
scenes to talk about. with
yes,
them.
but as far as that
It only gets
that
worse.
going on. Yeah, so now that Blair is safe and sound, she decides, I need to get back to Louis, and Chuck offers her a ride and suggests, let's get you a drink to calm your nerves. And she's like, yes, just one. I'm like, oh, Blair, come on. Whatever. But because of what Raina has witnessed, she's like, it's time for me to go home. And Nate's like, you mean to Chicago, right? And she's like, yes. And they hug, and that's it.
Bye, Raina.
Bye, Raina.
On the island,
Mm-hmm.
new resident.
Pretty sure Russell's also on the island.
Well, he's in jail for
Yeah.
20 something.
I don't think we
you're
ever
gonna
see him
in
again.
jail.
If they brought him back, that'd be really weird.
So bye-bye. Ta-ta for now, but that was the last of the Nate and Raina situation. Instead of having a drink, Chuck and Blair end up going to crash a bar mitzvah. A very extravagant bar mitzvah. Lots going on. Lots of people. They could be whoever they want. And then Rolling in the Deep comes on. And this scene is like so weird to me. The song didn't match. I get like the purpose of it. Like Michelle was saying, okay, yeah, Vanessa watched like researching and finding Dan's book. This makes sense. But then Chuck and Blair doing the horror to Rolling in the Deep. Slow-mo. And then apparently we do a dance circle at bar mitzvahs. Never did that before, where every single person
absolutely did.
Maybe like Sweet 16s. I don't know.
Weddings.
Weddings.
Sam's wedding.
Like
we did
people
it.
kind of just like jump in and dance. I mean, Blair
we
was so
definitely did.
stinking cute that you're like, oh, she's adorable. And then Chuck jumps in and I'm like, ugh, go. And like seeing him smile again is like seeing a fish out of water. It's really fucking weird.
Yeah.
And they're
I wish
having
they
a
didn't
grand
make
old
it that
time.
way.
What?
It's so creepy when he smiles,
I
right?
know.
really
They could have
creepy.
made him
It's
smile a
terrible.
little more
A
and it
little bit
wouldn't
more,
be as
yeah.
creepy.
Do you think it's less or more with teeth or without?
No, with teeth is creepier.
I know.
Yes.
But we're saying we don't like the smile, so maybe without teeth, it's
better with a
Oh,
smirk.
yeah, a smirk is alright.
A smirk is way better. It's still,
But teeth is like
a teeth is like you're a serial killer.
shit-eating grin. My specialty.
Your smile is
shit.
really unattractive.
It's unattractive. It's scary.
Yep.
And so they're having this moment together, and then like husband and wife get lifted up on the chairs together. That never happens. Us fellow Jews out there can vouch that will never happen at an event unless it's your own event.
You're not having strangers.
You're not having it. You're not representing a
Nope.
stranger. You don't know this
Nope.
person, and you're lifting him up on the chair. It's an honor.
definitely don't
I
do
couldn't even get on the fucking chair at Sam's wedding. I wanted to go
I
up.
didn't even go on the chair at my
No,
wedding.
they didn't even go on the chair.
That's right.
Yeah, don't worry. When we have our 10-year anniversary, I'm getting my ass up on that chair.
Well, I need
It's
to-
really not fun.
no. It's
Oh, it's
scary.
absolutely not fun.
Sam was not
Well, I mean,
happy
when we
about
were
it.
younger, it was a little more fun. But mom and dad were petrified at the bat mitzvah.
They lifted my 6'4", 200-pound father.
Do you remember?
Of course, and they lifted
Barely him off the ground.
Yeah.
and they lifted Bobby too.
It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
scary. I
Yeah.
mean, Chuck's small, so they were
I think.
they were able to get him off
Chuck's,
quick.
Chuck's a little baby.
Yeah, I would
He's
like
like
to.
a 5'6" baby.
Maybe
you know?
we should just
Yeah.
have it here. I should just have my housemates lift me up. And
Yeah,
I could have
maybe-
my own horror.
Maybe not
Sure.
here though, because the ceiling is
No,
pretty
no,
low.
no, no.
We'll do it together. We'll
Yes.
get you, me, Aunt, and Rye, and we'll go up on
Oh,
the
and,
chair.
and you guys can do a cross holding of
We'll
the
do napkins
napkin.
In my
cross on-
backyard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
you got it.
Perfect. Coming this summer to backyard
Coming
near you.
this summer.
Anyway, so this scene would have never happened, but I guess for the character developments, we need this like one last moment, really, because
Right.
then then Blair realizes, oh, this is the last moment. I'm really gonna be able to like have my cake and eat it too. And so she decides, let's go and have sex in this random room. And it was like kind of like saying goodbye, but also she didn't know it was goodbye at that point because
I think she knew.
but she kept saying to him like, we don't need to be happy, we could just be together and not be happy.
Yeah,
But he was like, no, let's not do that.
Yeah, no, it's a false goodbye. She felt the guilt.
She felt really guilty afterwards.
Yeah.
So she decides I need to go find Louis and tell him, I guess, that we're over. And Chuck is, he's like, oh, I'm like holding her hand, like, oh, I'm your number one. And they get into the limo, but like at this moment, she was like, who needs happiness anyway? And like to me, I took it as she was ready to like give in to Chuck again and not be with Louis. And Chuck was like, I think she should be happy and not be with me.
Right. He's the great love. Louis the right
The
love.
right love. Beautiful.
Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I get it, but I think, I don't know, like personally, we're all in relationships. Do you think you're in a great love or a right love?
Both.
Both. Exactly. But I do understand this is a tough situation. And I kept saying this, and I said this off mic, and I will say it until I see otherwise. But personally, I feel a Chuck and Blair, and you guys are like, we get it, Michelle. You say it all the time.
They're endgame.
They're endgame. Right. Just like that. So watching this is like we're just prolonging, I guess, their love story.
Right. Which I feel like, how many times do we have to do on, off, on, off, on, off? It's just so many times.
How
Just
happy
so
is
many
everyone going to
times.
be when they're not actually endgame and they're like, Michelle, eat shit.
I'm so happy.
Okay, cool. I'm excited for that moment.
Yeah. Well, during this time, though, Sophie is with Louis, telling Louis, like, she's not coming, dude. I'm sorry. And Louis is like, I know it in my heart. She's going to be here. He's too good.
Cute,
He's
right?
too good.
Chad. Cute, right?
Cute.
Yeah.
He's cute. Do you like Louis?
Yes.
All right. Just
How could you not like him?
Yeah, but do you like the story progression?
I think because she knows what I know.
I'm going to say I like this season better than next season.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The story depends on when you ask me.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
But yes, I like Louis.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to get everyone's
They
opinions.
have a very romantic beginning. They meet at the, when they meet at the Louvre, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's
Lovely.
very,
He's a
fairy
big,
tale.
That's a big romance.
He's very much in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she does love
She
him.
says, "I love him, just not how I love Chuck."
Right.
They're magnetic attraction.
I get it. I get it.
Toxic.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do the walk of shame. They're walking into the party, and Louis is still sitting there in the chair. Chuck goes in first, and he's like, "You're still here? How do you know she's even coming?" And he's like, "I know in my heart. Blair loves me, and she'll be here, and she'll make the right decision." And then Blair comes in thinking Louis is not there, and he is. And she's like, "I have to tell you something." And Chuck completely interrupts them. He's like, "She just wanted to tell you I'll give you my blessing." Which I was like, "Okay, Chuck. Thank you, Chuck."
Were you expecting that?
At this moment, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And yes, thank you, Chuck. There's a line, and you're probably going to say it, so I won't, but I really liked what he said. Continue.
Yeah.
Well, so then Chuck decides he's going to leave. Blair runs after him, and she's like, "Why did you do that? We could have been blissfully ignorant to the world and not caring that we're not happy. We need our fairy tale." And he's like, "You need your fairy tale. Like, we would have had to be too much work. We're too much work." And he tells her, "When I was going to propose to you, I didn't even wait 2 minutes to see if you were going to show. And Louis would have waited all night."
Yes.
And I was like,
example.
"Yes, at least you realize that, Chuck."
That hits you right in the gut.
It
right?
does.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes you
Yeah.
think, okay, maybe they are not endgame. Maybe they're not they're not perfect love. They're maybe perfect for each other, but they're not that like right love.
Yeah.
Because you should want to wait all night for that person to come.
And clap for him recognizing that.
Finally. And he's
Yeah.
like, maybe I'm maturing. I just want you to be happy. However that's achieved, I want you to be happy. And she's like, this is the hardest thing I'm ever going to have to do. But she walks away from him and she goes off with Louis. And then we have 3 weeks later. 3 weeks later.
Wow.
So that means Charlie stayed for 3 more weeks.
Yeah.
We didn't even see what
what happened.
what happened in
those 3
between.
weeks? She had to keep doing her pretending job that she was hired for.
Right.
Which she put on these meds that what's his face gave her, William. Not letting that go.
I'm
Right
gonna
on
get in big trouble if that's correct.
I hope
Get
that's
so
correct.
much
It sounds like it could be right, you know?
I mean, look, what other doctor do you know? Right?
I don't know.
Or it could have just been like literally, I guess they wouldn't.
Why would they fill it though?
Yeah.
Unless because Rufus picked it up. It's not like Carol shipped him pills.
Right,
Rufus
right.
picked it up.
Hmm.
Right.
But wouldn't William lose his license?
I mean, he probably should have already
Yeah, I was
when he
gonna
gave
say.
her his ex-wife cancer.
Yeah.
Fake cancer.
But he went on the run, right? And was never caught, but then showed up for picture day. So,
Yeah, don't even get me started.
okay. I know. I'm just, retracing the thoughts.
Vic said maybe Carol has connections.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
She needed, this was a necessary plan. I don't know why this plot in particular was necessary, but I think regardless, she was
Oh,
going to make it
Damien?
happen. Damien.
Damien. Oh.
Damien.
Duh, Will said.
Right.
So we said 3 weeks later, Rufus is reading the paper. Russell's going to jail for 20 years. Wow. For killing his wife for murder and starting the fire, all of that. Blair and Louis are spending their summer in Monaco together. And she has a very mature goodbye with Chuck. He's like, have a good time. They kiss each other. It was sweet. I was like, okay.
He would say, have a good time.
Have a good time. And they'll say something.
Have a marvelous time.
And you're like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that's why you have to watch with captions.
Yeah. And every time I forget, Michelle's like, captions!
I can't understand this show. I have to read it.
No, it makes it so much better, me watching it for the third time with captions, because I'm like, oh, that's what they're saying. It takes me 2 times to watch it. Still don't really get it. And then the third time with captions, I'm like, oh.
Absorb it.
That's what they're saying. Padge, he wants to say goodbye too.
Pear moment.
Oh my God, Pear, so sweet.
Yeah.
He's like, if you ever need a friend that you want to watch something with. And she's like, oh, don't worry. I have all of your movies queued up. So I'll give you like all of my opinions and details. And
they have an email chain.
So sweet.
It's adorable.
This is where my heart went aflutter.
Of course, me too.
Probably should let it go, but I don't want to.
Me either. I don't want to go. I don't want to let it go.
I don't want to let it go.
It's just sweet.
Yeah.
Charlie is on her way to Florida to go home for the summer. She says goodbye to everyone. She arrives in Miami, greeted by Carol. As we know, she's giving Carol all of the Rhodes Trust Fund checks. They're all here, she says. And then Carol says, thank you so much, Ivy, for helping me out. You played the part so well. Here's your compensation. And Ivy's like, yeah, this is a pretty fucked up plan. And Carol was like, well, you see what I'm dealing with here. And now they'll never come looking for my daughter. Huh?
Yeah.
And also, is her family that fucked up?
Right? Like,
because
Charlie was the one that stirred up the drama there. They didn't have the drama. I mean, yes, we know Lily is on house arrest, but other than that, Charlie was the one to start all the drama here. So are they really that dramatic?
Yeah. And so Carol had the idea for this all go when Cece wanted to do the portrait. That's how this all happened?
I guess she thought of the plan before she got on the plane or something like that.
It had to have been in motion for a while.
I'm going to show up for this Rhodes
Mike said
portrait.
that he thinks that maybe it's the real Charlie's pills. That's very clever.
Oh.
Didn't think of that.
Interesting.
Right? And then someone else said, I didn't see it, but I don't think we ever get an explanation.
Oh. All right.
knows,
So
right?
I guess it's just something we have to kind of let go.
Yeah.
Will we let go until we meet the real Charlie?
Okay.
Or do we?
Do we?
All right. I'm still thinking if I want to know
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
You can ask the chat for a vote.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So Carol leaves. They part ways. You see Ivy still has one of the checkbooks. She has Georgina's number, and she is going to call her. Who knows? She might just turn around, get back on the bus, and go to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck and Nate are having a lost summer, just like good old times. They're both single now. We appreciate Chuck's mature moment. He's saying he just wants Blair to be happy, however that is. If it's not with me, I'm not good for her. It's okay. And Nate's like, wow, this is a new Chuck. I like it. And so they take out this globe, and wherever it lands on, they're going to start and go on vacation throughout the summer. Serena plans on going to visit Cece in California, and she wants to work on herself alone, without boys, without distractions. We've heard this before. Let's hope it sticks.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to California, and she sees a guy reading her favorite book, The Beautiful and Damned. I'm sorry.
Like Serena's ever read
That's
a book.
Serena's. Maybe Ben read it with her.
Yeah.
A throwback.
Oh, shit.
No wonder why it's her favorite book.
Right.
She admits to him, that's my favorite book. The only time people read books here in California if they're working on movies. And he's like, actually, and the director comes over, and she's like, she knows the director, and she's like, oh my God, you're making my favorite book into a movie. I'm like, this hasn't been made into a movie already.
But
okay.
also, really, of course, this is happening, Serena.
Of course this is happening to Serena. So he's like, you read the book. My assistant didn't read the book. You want a job? You can have it. And she's like, oh my God, yes. And the assistant's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You're taking my job away.
Yeah, this happens.
Yeah, because this happens to everyone. Not. It happens to Serena. Dan and Eric decide they're going to go stay at the Hamptons house for the summer.
Break up a couple or two.
Mm-hmm. Rufus wonders if he'll miss Charlie. And Eric says, that's not who he's going to miss. Oh my, you stirring the
Eric
pot.
is so good this episode too.
He's like, his looks,
Yeah.
when Padge and Blair were saying goodbye, he's like staring right at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, that's not who he's going to miss.
Mm-mm.
And Dan admits that his writing days are behind him. But then we pan to Vanessa handing in the manuscript titled Insider, but anonymously written. And she gives it to a publisher. She asks for the checks to be sent to her new apartment in Barcelona. Nothing's keeping her in New York anymore. I'll pass the checks along to the author. And once this goes live, like, he won't be able to stay quiet anymore.
So he'll come forward and I promise
and reveal that it's him.
What?
Is this malicious?
Right.
Are we doing... Is it, wait, hold on. Is it malicious?
Wait, or is it a Lucas and Peyton art situation?
Right, or is it like, I love you so much as a friend, I want to see you succeed?
Didn't she submit his writing once before?
Did she?
In
She
like
might
the New
have.
Yorker or something, right?
Was that was that
Angelina?
her or was
But
that
like,
Serena?
and that I can give it credit that was like a friend thing. Like, you know, I'm going to try and push him in the right direction. This, like, send the checks to me. It's all about our friends and family. Like, publish it.
That's
Like, that sounds a little...
Right.
What's the deal with that?
Yeah.
Right. I've only seen one episode of season 5, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Our last scene of the episode, the house is quiet at the Waldorfs. Everyone's beds are made. Darona's cleaning up. And you see her go into the girls' bathroom, the shared bathroom of Serena and Blair. And in their gorgeous gold bagless garbage can, every garbage can on this show is bagless. We don't keep bags.
I
in
don't have
it.
a bag in my garbage can.
But would
In
you
your
be
bathroom,
throwing
Marsha?
pregnancy tests in
With
a
your
bag?
urinal on it?
Loosely in there? No, absolutely
And
not.
it's like sitting on top of the garbage can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Darota's taking out the trash, and the audience revealed a positive pregnancy test being dumped into the
There's
garbage.
so many ways we can go with this.
So many ways. So many ways.
Yeah.
But that is the end of my summary.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to do all of our good segments. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. Welcome back from break. Our patrons and peeps were just watching what we do during break.
Which is real boring.
Which is real boring. So, in case you were wondering, now you know. My trivia for the episode. The title is based off the movie The Wrong Guy.
What movie is that?
Never heard of it. Yep.
Nope.
This is the second finale that features Dorota and the first to feature Jack and Ivy. I guess because it was a two-parter. And it's also the first not to feature Jenny.
Yeah.
We needed Jenny.
As we know, Gossip Girl author Cicely makes a cameo in this episode, and she tells Serena that while she has never met her, she has read a lot about her.
I like that. It's funny.
The Wrong Goodbye received positive reviews from critics and garnered an audience of 1.36 million viewers. One goof, as Charlie says goodbye in the Vanderwoodson apartment, her necklace moves from behind to the front of her coat, even though she never moves them. Look, the necklace is moving.
We
Full
just had
circle.
this conversation. Why do necklaces get tangled
If
We
you
don't
know,
move.
when you're not even moving?
I said just
Shed.
breathing.
It's
Just
the
breathing.
weight. Or you want it to be something like ghostly.
No.
What?
No.
No, we don't want it to be ghostly. She wants. Do
I
you
don't
want
know.
it to be something like from beyond? To
no.
a-
Oh my God. I mean, in a nice way.
A nice way. Ghosts
Well,
are
'cause you're
tangling my
supposed
necklaces.
to say, you're
Oh
supposed to say I
yeah.
love you when you fix the chain. You said I love you, right?
I think it's like if the back of your where the clasp
You make
is
a wish. You're
comes
supposed to make a
forward,
wish.
you're supposed to make a wish. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you up all night. Now you're not going to sleep.
God,
She shouldn't be wearing her necklaces to bed anyway. You guys already know this.
Shannon, I choked myself.
She choked herself.
I can't get into this.
She said the next morning she had no voice and she didn't understand why. But it's because her necklaces choked her.
Everyone thinks I'm not lying. I
had a rash. I stopped sleeping. I was sleeping in mine. This was like a year ago, and I was getting like a little bit of like an irritation.
Yeah, I choked myself.
Anyways.
Gross. Fuck.
I have a deleted scene from Tish that I'm going to read now. There's a deleted scene where Charlie bumps into Chuck and asks what we are doing here, and Chuck says looking for Blair, and Charlie says that's weird, she said she was looking for you. And then Serena and Vanessa catch up to her and says Rufus told her everything, and Chuck asks Serena what's going. She said I'll explain later, but don't believe anything she says. We didn't need that scene.
No, we didn't.
We're good.
Sometimes I really do think the deleted scenes would have added to it, but this one
no. There was a lot going on in this finale. We didn't need to add any more scenes.
Yeah.
We had music by Adele, Badly Drawn Boy, yeah, right? Oland, The Airborne Toxic Event, The Duke Spirit, The Pierces, Figurines, and The Kills. This is our question segment. Woo! So we asked you to send us a question prior to the podcast. Let's start with Audrey Marie. Hello, Audrey Marie.
Hello.
She asks, what did we think of the Rolling in the Deep montage?
Hated it.
I mean, I've seen it so many times, like via Instagram and stuff. This was my actual first time really seeing this whole entire scene play out. So when I've seen clips of it, I'm like, oh, that looks cute. When was this? They look happy. Mm-hmm. But then when you think about what it actually means, you're like, oh, wait, no, this is messed up. She's in a relationship and she's partying with her ex and having like the best time of her life.
Yeah.
And the song choice was weird, but also I love Adele, so I can't really hate on that.
I guess it's when the song came out, right?
Yeah, it had to
have been like new.
Yeah, I love that song. I liked it for Vanessa. I did not like it for Chuck and Blair doing the horror.
Right. Yeah, that was interesting.
No.
I mean, I loved how happy Blair looked.
Yeah, but
for the minute.
It's temporary.
Yeah,
happiness.
very temporary. So that's what we thought of the Rolling in the Deep montage. Katie, will we ever meet the real Charlie?
Did the chat vote?
It seemed a little mixed.
Okay, we can wait a little bit longer. I'm thinking yes because of your facial expression.
I personally don't think it's going to ruin anything either way.
Same.
Okay,
but
then tell me.
We do.
Yes!
We can't just let that go, you know? I mean, I guess we could have let that go.
Like, we could have totally let this go. Carol gets her money and we're like, wow, Carol, you're into sneaky shit.
Right.
And then that's it. But we're going to revisit. Soon? Middle or end?
Not soon. It's not soon.
It's to the point. It's to the point maybe where you forget and you're like, oh my goodness.
I guess so. I know it's not soon, but I don't know. I know the reasoning of why we meet her, but I don't think it's soon.
You know what I'm still bitter about? Scott.
I was like, who's Scott? Oh yeah, the kid that Lily and Rufus had.
He should have come back. He should have come back.
Wow, that really was the kid that Lily and Rufus had.
Yes.
Like, that's their biological child.
Yes.
Their only biological child. Remember him?
Maybe.
No, we know he doesn't come back.
No, I meant for their only real biological child. I was just being silly. But also like Serena and Dan like share a sibling. Like
they have a sibling.
Don't forget about that. But everyone decides to forget about it once he disappears. Right. It's fine now that he's gone. If he was here, it'd be weird.
Right.
Well, Juggy and Betty share a sibling.
Don't get me started on Riverdale. Riverdale is its own.
Wait, are you still watching it?
No, we haven't watched the whole last season. Why should I?
No, we're not watching it.
Yeah. I was like, why should I?
No.
Tell me if it's something worth it.
No.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. I mean, I miss seeing Weekly Cole Sprouse on my screen, but
I'm
that's
good.
pretty much it.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Jess, what will happen if the Padge's book gets out?
Well, oh boy. I'm just excited to find out. I really have no idea. If one, is she going to tell him it was published? Two, isn't he going to discover that it's gone? Unless she took it, Make copies.
No, it's gone.
No, it's gone. So he's going to discover it's gone.
It's gone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be
I don't remember.
a major blow up.
Yeah.
And she's going to be in Spain. But oh, I can't reach me. I'm just getting your checks. And plus, this publisher, isn't it really hard to get a book published?
Hell yeah.
And this publisher's like, yeah, where can we send the payments? This is great.
Like, this is the best satire I've read in months.
And how'd she get this meeting so quick? Well, I guess it's been 3 weeks, so maybe she's been shopping around.
Still, you know,
I don't think no one.
I don't think it's that easy. You writers out there, let us know.
No, I don't think it's that easy to get a meeting.
Right.
Also, like I feel like I would understand more if it was actually said who it was about, but like it uses fake. You know, it says on the front one page we read, it says Sabrina.
Well, that's supposed to be Serena.
Right.
Yeah, but like, so why would this guy have any interest in it if it could be fiction? Like, she's selling it as,
well,
you know,
right,
an expose.
Right, but yeah, exactly.
Then I can understand a little bit more.
I don't think that the publisher knows that it's true.
Yeah.
So they're like, wow, this is just really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there.
Wow.
Vic wants to know, will we see Ivy again?
Yes.
She's like, who's Ivy?
What capacity? I know. Now you have to learn her real name is Ivy.
I think we will with Georgina. Why would we give that number out?
What do you think they could possibly be up to?
I don't know. I'm excited though because Georgina's so bored and she needs a friend. And
Yeah.
But if she comes back, she's gonna have to fake to be Charlie.
Right.
If they mess with Serena.
Right.
And then it's like, I'm sure that's what they would do because what are we just going to have an episode of Georgina and Ivy out on the town in New York?
Right.
Valley
Girls.
I mean, I would watch that, but
Right.
we'd have to tie in everyone else. Unless they hit up Padge and they're like, don't tell Serena I'm in town. And Padge is like, okay, Charlie. And it's like, oh, you're hanging out with Georgina? That's weird. I don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for it though.
Me too.
Yeah.
Jillian, thoughts on Chuck's redemption arc?
Is it a redemption arc or is it just
I mean, she's calling it that and she can't stand
know.
Chuck.
I know. I think it's just a tiny.
It's a very tiny moment of growth.
It's a seed.
It's one tiny seed of growth.
The tiniest little speck of self-awareness. And that's all I'm giving it.
Right. Like, don't get your hopes up kind of thing.
I'm sure he'll do something to disappoint soon.
Yeah. I mean, I was proud to see the moment.
Yeah.
I felt good. I was like, oh, you know, because obviously I'm not a chair stan. And I was like, yes, good for you, Chuck.
Right.
Thank you
I feel
for
like
saying
we're
what we've needed.
At the top.
The prime chair?
Not chair. I've
Prime
said
Chuck?
like I like them individually. Like at the end when they're individually complimenting each other as good human beings.
Yeah.
That's when they're at their best. Like he said, he loves the Blair he loves is the one that shines.
Yeah.
You know. So I think that he's very slowly getting up there.
Okay.
We have so much more to cover.
But
I mean,
like
you have a
in the
season and a
show.
we're
half.
still going up. Like
Right. When is it gonna?
No, you wanted to do.
Well, I feel like we will go back down at some point.
How do we? Unless this is, like I said, the moment that Chuck kind of just makes this turnaround. I mean, obviously he's not perfect, so he's not going to be perfect, but
Yeah.
Being self-aware and knowing like I need to be better, I need to be happy for Blair as she's moving on, I need to find my own path, I need to get over my family drama, then maybe that's the moment, but I don't honestly know for sure if
It's
it is.
kind of like the boy who cried wolf with him at this point.
It always is.
We don't know. We can't believe.
We can't trust him ever.
No.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to take questions from the chat at the end? Or if you
yes, I have one more
get 'em in
question
now.
and then we'll yeah, guys, if you have any questions that we haven't answered so far, please send them our way. And Tish just wants to know, will Georgina find out who Ivy is before anyone else?
Oh, yes, of course she will. She already did.
Basically, she's like,
Yeah.
I know you're not on drugs.
It's just a matter of who she's going to tell and if she will tell, which will make things very interesting.
She always has those secrets.
Yes.
She always has
Oh my gosh,
them.
I love her.
Yeah. Who do you think is pregnant?
Okay. So
She as I was peeing, Michelle was telling Shanna her theories. I was like, wait!
We were just chatting as friends.
Just-
She's like, don't talk yet.
she's literally screaming from the toilet. I'm like, how did you hear us? gosh.
I hear everything.
Okay, so here are my thoughts, which is really nothing great. I think it could be Dorota. Everyone left. She took the pregnancy test in the bathroom, and she's just cleaning up after herself.
Right. Like she didn't look at it. You know, she didn't see it in the garbage that we know of.
No.
So maybe she already knew it was
She already knew. Yeah. If it's Blair, I feel that it's Chuck's. And that's a situation of
a situation.
You know, I'm not going to get married because how am I going to hide this pregnancy? I can't fake it as Louis because would she do that? But that would be interesting and fun to watch. Then it's like, it could be Serena, which who'd she sleep with? We haven't seen her with a man.
And since Ben, that one time.
Right. And it's been at this point,
I don't know. A month or two?
No, it has to be longer
more
than that because then if we skip her period and if she's curious, then it could be Ben's. But Ben is on the island, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I don't think it's Ben.
Thank you.
Which it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean Ben needs to be here, but I don't know if we'd go back to that. But I feel like it's so obvious if it's Blair's.
Did you say Ben was on the island?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you know that he was or you know he's not?
No. I know he is.
Oh,
you said that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I was like, she was about to blow my mind.
Me too.
I
was
no.
like,
You know what it is? If we could, indulge me for a minute.
Yeah.
I really love that storyline, the Ben Serena storyline. Not like that I like Serena with him. I just meant like the freaking fascinating story.
I mean, we love the whole Juliet
I felt
stuff.
so bad for Ben watching it. Like, just this poor kid gets wrapped up in this. So no, I'm glad he should stay on the island. He should have a nice life.
He's just a wet blanket.
He should have a nice. He's a wet blanket.
Noodle.
Oh,
wait, Vanessa's not on the island.
She might as well be because she is not in any of the rest of the show.
Shut the fuck up. Are you serious? This is it?
Well, sort of, but not.
I said, bye, bitch.
She does not come back for a very long time. I'll say that. She's not on the island, but you will not see her. She is not on the main cast anymore. Jenny's no longer on the main cast anymore either, if you haven't already predicted that. But
Wait.
Oh, God, I just blew her mind.
Wait.
That you implied that.
No,
I mean, it's implied to me.
I think no. That is implied.
It's implied, right?
Like, I understand she's not a main cast. Does that mean we're never going to see her again? Oh my God. She just
Are you devastated?
Well, she just fucking sold this book. And she's going to get royalties for it in Spain? So now Pat has to deal with this and we don't even see her? Is it somebody's weird hands that they hired on a fucking computer? Are you kidding me?
They said this is why they wanted a live podcast.
You would have heard it though. I'm just saying. Wait.
Yes, so
we don't. So I just need to know. Like, we never physically. Like, I am never visually going to see her.
The next and last time we ever see her
is it the finale?
Is in the finale,
series finale,
and when she finds out who Gossip Girl is.
Is it a fucking flashback though?
No.
Or we're going to see her real reaction?
No, it's really her. It's really her. It's when she finds out who Gossip Girl is.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's go to Jenny.
Jenny, the same thing. I'm pretty sure she doesn't come back until the finale of the series. I know this wasn't known while we were watching it back in 2011, but I feel like I have to talk about it. They made it very clear.
When Taylor Momsen was leaving, it was stated that she wanted to focus on her music career. But with Jessica Shore, whatever her last name is, I think it was confirmed also.
Yeah, I think
now I have to
write notes down.
They really screwed Jessica, I feel, as an actor. I feel
they gave her nothing.
Yeah. They made her the punching bag.
Yeah, absolutely.
They
took
wrote
a shit
her
all over
poorly.
her character.
They shit all over her.
Smeared.
They fed into everyone not liking her and therefore wrote her that way. And then they're like, sayonara, you can go. Like, that's fucking bullshit.
She just did a major thing.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was her choice. I don't think it was her 100% choice.
Regardless,
but don't quote me, Angelina.
Tell me. Okay. I'm like, this was the thing I was most interested in.
I know. And
what
I'm
a
sorry
shocker.
to break it to you.
The storyline's still going to play.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but it's like she did this
She doesn't
thing,
get any.
and we're never going to see the interaction of how dare you do this to me? Or does he not even know who fucking published it? That's it. That's it. He doesn't even know who publishes it, and then he's going to see it or read it and be like, oh my God, this was my story. But then again, he has to discover when he goes back to the loft that it's missing.
Right. And the only person that knew about it
is Vanessa. So that's what I'm saying. But you know what? On the phone, he did say, goodbye, Vanessa.
Like,
don't call me.
Close
again.
Chapter.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
This fucking book. Is this why people hate Vanessa?
I think this is like the cherry on
didn't
top.
Hate her whole
No, I didn't.
I never hated her.
This whole season was just a decline. It was just an embarrassment.
Oh, such an embarrassment.
So sad.
They did her
sad.
dirty.
They did her real dirty.
Yeah.
And I was really hoping for a tiny bit of redemption this episode with her and Serena working together about Charlie.
No, and then it just made people not like her even more, even though.
Because you're going to swoop in and act like you're going to try and fix the problem.
Right, and then what pissed off people even more so was that Vanessa gets to scheme and Georgina's like, hello?
Yeah.
Vanessa gets to scheme and I have to be on the outside?
Yeah, like she's part of the crew. What the hell happened here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think I just blew your mind.
Yeah, a little bit. So Jenny and Vanessa won't see you until the finale. Fuck. All right. Well, you know what? This is what it is.
Yeah. So
accepted.
As Will has stated in the past in his episode he was on, he says they add a load of side characters that come in this season. Obviously like Juliet and Ben and Charlie and Carol and all those. And then we continue into season 5. Even more people get introduced.
She's really going to like someone that you meet next season.
I think, is the one that I know is coming next season?
Who do you know is
Who
coming?
do you know is coming?
Well, I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about?
The spoiler that you got? Yeah, no, they're not coming next season.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh. No. I think I know the one you're talking about.
I'll tell you real quick.
But can they hear?
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, it's
Did you guys
exactly.
see my mouth? No.
All right.
I don't want to ruin that for you either.
That's fine. All right. Now that I've had my BF, we can move on.
Do you think that Padge was too hard on Vanessa?
No. I could see, first off, he's already, fired up because of the whole Charlie situation. And then he gets this call from Vanessa and they've been on the outs. And then for someone to go through your private stuff that you've been working on for 5 years.
Well, you're supposed to be looking for Charlie.
Right. And she's like, sorry, I got distracted.
Crisis.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, you're going to go and help them? Yes. My friend's cousin is about to kill herself. Yeah, I need to go.
So I don't think he was too hard.
I don't think so either.
No, absolutely not.
They both said fighting words, she's like, I can't believe that you dated Serena all those years ago. Like that started everything.
But also Vanessa just got so stuck and she got so wrapped up in the reading and I'm glad she's going to Spain and I guess we'll never see you again. Wow. Okay.
All right. Let's open up the forum.
Yep.
All right. First question's from Will. He said, will Bart's memory / Chuck trying to live up to Bart play a large role in the show now that all of the hotel loose ends are tied up?
I mean, I can predict it as well because I don't really know.
Yes.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean,
is it from a business perspective?
I think maybe now knowing his dad's not a murderer will help him a little bit. But
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it has to influence him in some way.
Right.
Mike said Serena said she chose her and wants a summer with no guys, and 2 minutes later she meets the guys. Will he be Serena's next crush, where she's never felt this way about anyone before?
Yeah, Serena loves love, so
I can't predict because I know.
Do you think she'll get engaged and have a wedding in November to upstage Blair? Kind of like Anne Hathaway and Kate Hudson in Bride Wars.
No.
That would be amazing.
No, I don't predict that. That would be awful.
No. I mean, then we're really not letting Serena grow at all.
Right. No, we need some Serena
No,
growth.
no. I don't think that will happen. But I think this new guy, but he's the assistant who she just took the job from.
Right. He's probably not going to be too happy that she did that. So.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember him from Passport in Paris? Ethan Peck.
Oh my God. Jessica said, Shanna, are you still team chair? I am still team chair, but I I'm happy where they are right now. I guess that's my answer.
Yeah.
I'm happy when they're separate and civil, and I'm happy when they're together and positive.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I also enjoyed, I think they did their, not prenup, but peace treaty. I thought that was hysterical. Like, that's just as ridiculous as they are.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
So I enjoy them when they interact, whether they're conniving together or not.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm still team chair.
Yeah.
We have...
What do you think about Pear?
So when I first watched the show, I was like, fuck this. Dan Humphrey thinks he can talk to Blair. I was like, get out of here. And then rewatching it years later, I was like, this is amazing. I was like, when watching it with like new eyes for Dan, because like you hate Dan when you first watched the show years ago, like, you know.
Yeah, nobody really likes. I mean, nobody still really likes
like,
Dan.
You know, everyone hated Ted Mosby, and everyone you know what I mean? Like, you hate like the
pretentious,
the guy. I'm above
right.
everyone else, but everyone should like me. You know.
Yeah.
But watching it again, I was like, oh my god, they're such a good pair. Like, they're
literally
so
a good
great.
pair.
And I would have loved if they were like just the best of friends, also, though. You know.
Yeah.
But they're adorable together. Can we do this every week? The live podcast.
It's a lot of work.
We don't have Shanna every week.
And people need to go to bed.
Maybe for premiere and finales or special.
Yeah, specialties.
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess Angelina said about Jessica leaving for Vanessa. When I started the 4th season, I had a talk with the producers. We didn't know what we were going to do with the character. After playing someone for 4 years, it can be a little repetitive.
Especially when you don't grow.
When you don't give them anything, it can be repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd want to leave too.
Right?
Be like, you're just ruining me.
You're tearing me down.
Ruining the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where they tried to get a character like that, like someone that's still adamant, you know, that I'm going to be
on the outside.
But she wasn't.
No.
Right. They could have worked
she just did all the schemes
harder
anyways.
on making her above them, and she was like the reliable person to lean on. Like, okay, as the audience, you can't relate to these people, so you can relate to Vanessa. But you can't really relate to her when she's like trying to get herself involved every minute.
Yeah.
Angelina said, I still want to light Padge on fire, but Blair makes him bearable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Mike wrote, I love Ted Mosby.
He would.
Yeah. Marshall. It's Marshall.
No, it's Barney. It's Barney for me.
Barney. Rye's watching it for the first time right now. You never watched it still, right?
She didn't finish.
Tried.
Not
for me. I think I laughed once and it took me like
that
2
breaks
seasons.
my heart. She laughed once.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I can't hear the slander.
But Slapsgiving? But Slapsgiving?
Yeah. No, listen.
Revenge of the Slap? Come on.
So funny.
Very smart.
Yes.
We just watched the musical
Great
episode.
actors.
It's just
nothing suits me like a suit.
The musical episode
wasn't my cup of tea.
That's okay.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't continue.
I don't think Girls 5 Ever is my cup of tea.
That's fine. See, like, I get it.
Not trying to like one up you, but
no, absolutely. Totally different show.
No, totally different.
I love that 30 Rock, Kimmy Schmidt, Tina Fey humor.
Yeah.
It's, if you don't catch it, it's over your head.
Oh, Katie said
And
Chuck.
I love it.
Barney is the Chuck of the show.
In a way, yes.
And I'm rewatching, and he said some very controversial
I know he did.
A lot of it is not good.
I know he did, but I do love where he goes. I can't say that for Chuck. Randall's here?
Randall.
He says, Shanna, oh baby. My Randall's here. Any more questions? Because then we're going to go into some fashion.
Fashion. Are you going to watch the Hilary Duff spinoff?
No, I don't think so. I love Hilary Duff, but I really don't have an intent on watching the How I Met Your Father.
I was curious if you were going to watch that.
No, I'm good. All right, let's go into some fashion.
Okay.
So you had one extra headband besides...
No, I just have one.
But... Oh, okay. Who was the headband?
One at the little minion.
Oh, okay. They both were wearing headbands, actually.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, but I counted them
one.
last week, so I didn't count them again this week.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it was hard for me to pick fashion because I feel like it's a continuation of last week's episode. But I did love the combination of Blair wearing her dress with that pea coat with the like rhinestones on it.
Yeah, I loved Eleanor's dress.
I loved Serena's white pea coat. She always has the best
Georgina's
coats.
dress.
Georgina's dress was
Georgina
super
looked
cool.
amazing. That like cat eye with the pony.
Yeah, it was perfect. Rufus had a pink plaid shirt, which I thought was cute.
Lily had her cute statement ring.
I liked her taupe shirt with her necklace in the last scene.
Yep.
That was all I had.
Yeah, because everything else
was the same.
Yeah.
Quotes?
Yeah. And let's see if Michelle can read her
I didn't write anything
handwriting. I haven't been this bored since I believed in Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after she's single white femaled her college roommate.
Maybe after college.
Yeah. At least he considers me a friend, which is more than you can say right now.
She's a part of the gang and I'm not.
This quote by Eric. Oh, okay, whoa. Just tell me that no one's trying to stop a wedding, run a Ponzi scheme, give anybody fake cancer, or turn them into a justifiable, revengeful townie.
Yes, Eric. If Milo isn't in trouble in 17 years, I've done something wrong.
But I finally found a way out of the darkness, and you can too. To Russell.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're the most powerful woman I know.
I miss you. You get me.
I choose me.
I'm sorry. Goodbye. Who's this amateur?
This wasn't a quote, but when Serena was talking how she doesn't want she doesn't want boys and she doesn't want no bars, and she said she's packing a bottle of suntan lotion, and I was like, yes.
Get that SPF,
Get
girl.
that SPF. Thank you.
Definitely.
It's very important.
We need to prevent against skin cancer.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Except she didn't look like she did with her bleached eyebrows.
I know. She was so tan that her eyebrows were bleached. That
Yeah.
happens to the blonde eyebrows.
Very interesting.
We know that very well. Our eyebrows get
I used to
super
have no
blonde
eyebrows.
in the summer.
Yep.
I've never seen that. Like, my sister gets super blonde, but you guys don't strike me as like the blondes.
No,
When
just
I was
eyebrow hair.
You know, when we were younger, like 7.
And Shanna also gets super dark.
I know.
So, like,
I would have half eyebrows.
yeah, she would have, like, nothing.
They just like little.
Shanna gets super tan and I super burn. So
Yeah, and no eyebrows. BE, exactly.
yeah, and the BE. Who knew
Yeah.
BE?
Well, we talked
Mike.
about before eyebrows.
Mike. Oh,
Or
Yeah.
before BE.
before
Yeah.
before eyebrows.
Before eyebrows. Yeah.
Are we ready for MVP and shittiest?
Yes.
I have my MVP. Who's my shittiest? Oh, I know.
I have
my
MVP
year.
I have a blue ribbon too.
and blue ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
You're doing MVP.
Yes, MVP on 3.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Eric.
Serena.
Who'd you choose?
I picked Serena.
Who'd you choose?
Nate.
And I chose Eric. Oh, I like this all different.
Why did you pick Nate?
Because he's the only one that didn't do anything bad the whole
He
episode.
always is the only one who
I
doesn't
know,
do anything bad.
but you know, he just kind of was on behind the scenes. I couldn't pick Serena. I guess I could have picked Eric.
Eric didn't do anything bad.
Yeah, Eric was good.
I liked his insight, his little quick whips,
Yeah.
and they gave him more lines than per usual. So
Yeah, they did.
I enjoyed Eric a lot this
MVP
episode.
Chuck.
I gave it to Serena. I felt like I tolerated her actions in this episode. She was there for her cousin. Also, she has set out to make a plan that she's going to be at least by herself. She owned up to her not realizing ever that she never makes her own decisions. So I'm hopeful for her sake that she does. And I did give a blue ribbon to Chuck.
My blue ribbon was to Georgina.
Oh, well, obviously.
Yeah, we have a couple Georginas.
Thank you for
Chuck,
gracing
a couple Erics.
the
Yeah,
screens.
those are great.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fully give it to Chuck because I don't know if I can ever fully give it to Chuck. But I appreciated his growth in this episode.
Very quickly.
A quick growth, yeah. Michelle, your overall MVP for season 4, who do you think it was?
That's a great question. I have no idea. Lily? Serena?
Blair.
Oh, nice. She deserves it.
And my overall MVP was Padge. So we got a pair.
Hey!
Yeah, I had 5 votes for Padge, and I think you had 6 or 7 votes for Blair. So.
Nice. Good. I like that.
Shittiest time?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yep.
I feel like I'm just going to say the easy answer.
Yeah, I mean, I
Well-
think there's 2 easy answers, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll go with the 1.
Yeah.
Ready?
Mm.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Vanessa.
Ivy. I picked Ivy.
She was hired.
She was hired.
She made her coin, okay?
She did make her coin.
She was just doing a job.
Russell's also shitty. But Vanessa, you guys both picked Vanessa.
Yeah, I mean, Vanessa. And it's still... Are you doing this because you love and care for Padge so much? Is that you were saying your goal?
Or is this your chance to finally...
expose the Upper East Side and get revenge? The fact that she said that the author will come forward... is that because you know your friends so much?
They're so
don't
close.
know. What are you reading, Lizzie?
Randy picked Dan Hampton. What did he write?
Des Harrington.
Oh.
Is that your glasses? We have a couple
Randy
Vanessas.
picked Jack Bass because he loves some...
Oh, he knows the actor who plays Jack
Yeah,
Bass.
he loved him from Dexter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the shittiest. No, he wasn't the shittiest.
No, I think he just loves him in general.
Yeah, we have Vanessa Russell, which is fair. Is the book itself, Randy? Yes, it is.
Go follow the book itself on Instagram.
Yeah.
If you're into bookish things.
Follow Randy.
Yep.
All right. Is it time for a Betty of the week?
You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty.
But this week I chose our very own Gossip Girl, Angelina.
Yay!
The Angel, as I have titled her, because
So
she
cute.
simply is the best when it comes to all knowing things Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
We were so happy to have her on last week, and we always love and appreciate hearing from her. She's always showing up. She's in the chat right now, and she's always on Discord. So if that's something that you're interested in, you want to hear all of Angelina's thoughts, you can, make a pledge and become a patron and get to know Angelina because she's great, just like all of our other patrons. So.
They said speech.
Oh, like the little ding, 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 ding.
Speech.
She's so sweet and adorable. So
Thank you, Angelina.
thank you, Angelina.
Every week.
I also wanted to say happy birthday to Allie.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Her birthday is on the 28th of June. So we love you, girl. Hope you had a good day. What about an emoji this week?
It's like, well,
We could do
a bus.
a bus. Oh, Shauna's looking for all the emojis.
A bus, a book.
A book? We could do a book.
Because something's being published. And plus, Serena
could do
saw
a
her
baby
favorite
bump.
book, a baby bump, a baby bump in question mark. There's a lot of options here.
Just said Star of David.
Oh, a
Oh.
Star of David.
Oh, I can find that. Hold on.
It's 100% in
It
there.
is there. I've used it. Star of David.
Let's do a Star of David for the bar mitzvah and for my Mazel Tov drink.
Yes.
So there you go.
Thank
Go find the
you.
Star of David. Send it to us, potentially in an Apple Podcast review. I hear something.
MG. You guys, you know the drill. We say it every single week. Please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show grow. It helps us get seen. And then more people can find our podcast. And then you get to meet new friends because people are submitting their questions and comments and joining our Patreon and joining our Discord.
She might as well have been an infomercial.
We
person.
all win. We all win. But it really just
Yeah.
means a lot. And then we're getting higher on the charts. And that means
Charting.
so much.
Oh, I see all the purple Star of Davids in there. It's so sweet.
Oh, yay.
So Jewy.
Yeah.
But we got a new
I
Apple
can't believe
Podcast
it.
review.
We haven't gotten one in a week or two. And Michelle, before we started recording, she's like, oh my God, we got another Apple Podcast review. So I can't wait.
Okay. So the title is 3 Diamond Ring Emojis.
Oh.
So they used an emoji in the title.
We should have used
So that was from the episode where Blair gets engaged, guys.
Yes. 5 stars from, I think it's Josie_Mal. What do we think? Is that how you would pronounce? But isn't
Josie_Mal. Sure.
Yeah? Okay.
sure.
Yeah. If you're in the chat, let us know.
if I mispronounce your name. Okay. I've kept up with every week and I'm kind of like an OG listener. crying, laughing emoji. I've been listening since y'all did this for One Tree Hill. Oh my God. Tree Hill Talk Days. I was geeked about Gossip Girl since I've watched the whole series at least 10 times. I love the little bits, MVPs, worst, etc. Originally wasn't a fan of Dan's nickname, Padge, but think it's grown on me. It's because we know.
Sorry.
Hope
guys.
you girls do Pretty Little Liars next. XOXO Josie, and then this emoji.
Shh. Like, shh.
Yeah. Well, thank
Lucy
you
Hale.
so much.
Thank
and
you,
the fact
Josie
that you've been with us
Mal.
since Tree Hill Talk Days.
Yeah, and now you're reaching out is so special.
Wow,
thank you so much.
You.
That's awesome. Oh, so sweet.
We probably won't do Pretty Little Liars.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Josie. But
we have other ideas for podcasts.
Totally.
We watched, you, me, and Ingrid screamed at the TV for the finale.
Yeah,
I don't know why I watch this show.
I feel like I've told this story many times on any TVM podcast.
You have.
But my sister Ingrid and I, every single week, along with my cousin Brittany, would get together. We would watch the show. We would text. We would go on the forums. And every single week, we were like, why are we watching this show? In the beginning, it had such finesse. You guys who have watched know. Towards the end, it was literally a chore to watch, but we watched all of it, and I mean, no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. I don't think I'm glad to have
I guess
completed
I don't have to
it.
Watch it again.
Yeah, I don't have to watch it ever again. But if that's your show, you do you. I'm glad that you love that show. I promised you I would give you the title for next week. Not next week, September, but next episode 5. No, season 5. Guys, the bingo was all over the place. Season 5, episode 1. So the title for season 5, episode 1, which will air September 8th, right? Pretty sure that's a Wednesday.
I'm pretty sure you're right on that.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Let's look at the calendar. September 8th. So we will be watching on the 2nd.
Yes. So September 2nd, we will be watching the premiere of season 5.
I'll be in Disney.
Episode will go live on September 8th. Shannon will be in Disney.
What?
A little bitch.
Oh, B for taking a vacation.
Do you want to come?
I mean,
that was their honeymoon. Their honeymoon was supposed to be in Grenada, and then they're like, let's just save our money and go to Disney.
We were going to do, this is a sidebar, we were going to do like an all-inclusive trip, but I was like, I've been doing nothing for so long. I want to do something. So
Where are you
she didn't want to lay on the beach.
I didn't want to just lay on the beach. Originally, I wanted to lay on the beach and someone just like, you would get
literally past
Lionel,
me.
What was his name? Lionel, right? And How I Met Your Mother? Lily?
Yes.
Whatever his name.
Lionel. Yeah, I think so.
And do that, but no, now I'm bored. I want to do something.
Where are you staying?
Staying at the yacht club.
Fucking bouge.
So what happens when you get a refund on your honeymoon?
Yeah.
We got free flight credit. What?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. All right, continue.
Anyway, so the title for season 5, episode 1 is Yes, Then Zero. Makes sense now. Yes.
Yes, then
3
zero?
Yes, then zero.
Like less than
zero. Mm-hmm. 3 gossip words are
3 gossip words.
opportunity, competition, reinvent. Are these coming back to you, Shannon?
I remember. It's very vivid first episode.
Very vivid memories. So we have opportunity, competition, reinvent.
Do we pick up where we left off?
It's been a few months.
Kind of like how we're always
kind
doing?
of like the summer is over and we're getting back to reality.
Okay, so reinvent could deal with a couple, like pretty much everybody. Blair's reinvented herself. Serena gets this job and's reinventing herself. Doesn't really want to come back to New York because why would we go back to New York, the place where she just keeps falling back?
Right.
Into
I mean, like
habits.
California is so cool, and if you're like helping out a producer of a movie,
right? Competition. It's like almost. Oh man, competition, opportunity. Serena gets an opportunity to stay in California since she's reinventing herself. Competition could also be with, these are like really vague.
Yeah, they're really vague, but they're actually pretty specific.
Yeah.
I If I do say so myself.
Or maybe, okay, but Chuck and Nate have been traveling and doing boy summer things.
Yeah.
So maybe he's
Lost
not really
summer.
working on his business.
He's got people to do that. I know. I should have said yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's Yes Then Zero is the title. You'll get it in September.
I feel like I have to marinate, but here's the problem. Marinating now.
You marinated a long time.
You can marinate now, write down a few thoughts, and then during your summer break, if you're like, oh, wait, I figured out something, then write it down.
Summer break, yeah. Maybe I will just, before we come back, I'll have like all my thoughts processed.
Okay.
If I think, let's be honest, am I really going to think about this once this ends? I don't think so, because New Gossip Girl is coming and we have a whole summer. I'm not sure how much marination will happen. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited for 5. Not going to lie, like it's like, oh, should we just watch? But we can't just watch.
No, we can't just watch.
No, I know. But the wait will be so worth it.
It will be so worth it. I mean, it's like any normal television show.
It's fun.
It goes on break and then you have to wait a few months when
Yeah.
it comes back. But
Yeah. Okay, but I think all of these have to tie in. My first thought was with Serena.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next week, just going to tease a little bit that we're bringing it all back to the beginning of season 4. We are going to be chatting with Arisha
Skidmore Williams.
Oh my God, from Even the Rich
Yes!
and In God We Lust. And their new podcast is called
The Daily.
The Daily. So if you're a fan of hers, which we know some of you guys are,
Yeah.
we are going to be speaking with her next week. We're going to go over all of season 4, her likes, her dislikes, all the crazy shit that has happened. Can't wait to get her opinions, her thoughts. We're
so
super excited. So that episode will be live for you guys next week.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
And before we get with After Dark, I have a Will's treat. Will. This is a good one. Will's treat, extended finale edition, he says. Gossip Girl. Gossip Girl characters as villains.
Yes.
Nice.
Blair. Regina George. She's basically the Regina George of Constance Billiard. Chuck. Norman Bates.
Oh my God.
Is a hotel kid and has serious mommy issues.
Ooh.
That's for shit sure.
Ooh.
Serena. Amy Dunn from Gone Girl. She split town, leaving a framed former flame behind. That movie is insane. I didn't read the books, but that movie was good.
I haven't seen it.
It's good. It's a thriller. It's not scary, but it's thrillery. It's very good. Kind of like Girl on the Train-esque vibes.
Also didn't see that.
Oh, I saw that and
good.
read it.
Yeah, we saw it
They
together.
came out like a couple years apart, right?
Yeah, like a little bit.
Yeah.
Dan. Thanos. Complex and a bit moody. Has his feet in 2 worlds from the Marvel Universe.
Yep.
Nate. Harry Osborn from Spider-Man. Not a bad guy, but is too rich for his own good and has daddy issues.
Yeah, that's
James
perfect.
Franco, right?
James Franco. Eric. Fredo Corleone. The Godfather. I have to be honest, I haven't seen The Godfather.
I haven't seen it either.
Isn't that crazy?
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah. He's not effective as a villain. Jenny. Gus Fring. Season 1, Jenny is Polos Hermanos Gus. Season 2 and 3 is Meth Lab Gus. Breaking Bad.
It's so good.
Vanessa. Shauna's going to love this one. Tyler Durden from Fight Club.
Oh my God.
Anti-capitalist who is toxic by sticking like a shadow to people.
The disrespect on Brad Pitt.
I've never seen Fight Club.
That is my all-time
Such
favorite movie.
a good movie.
All-time favorite
God,
movie.
it's so
all-time
good.
favorite movie?
All-time favorite movie. You ask me anytime, what's your favorite movie? That's my answer.
All right. I'm going to catch you off guard one day.
I think you would thoroughly enjoy it. It's a very good.
Anyone
movie.
would thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah.
We have Rufus. Darth Vader had a long-lost son that left him soon after confirming his identity. Lily, the Wicked Witch of the West. Whenever she rides into town, you know something evil is brewing. Lily's witchcraft is a PI retainer and a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
Cece, Livia Soprano, domineering mother with too much control over her children.
So good. I love Livia.
Georgina, Marlo Stanfield from The Wire. Her name is her name, and it strikes fear. He's always got to throw Bart in there. The Penguin. From Batman, a little man with a weirdly tame plan.
Yes.
The last few are chef's kiss. Raina, Dr. Evil, bad at being a villain, mom died young, owns a company that's going downhill with major daddy issues.
Oh,
Yeah.
Russell, Gordon Gecko, ruthless and ultimately harmless.
Mm-hmm.
Maureen, the evil queen. Her vanity ruins her. Her motive is to rule the kingdom. Miss Carr, Catwoman. She has a brief romantic fling with her hero, has him on his knees, and then bounces.
Nice.
Ivy, Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Does the wrong thing, but maybe for the right reasons. We'll see.
I am getting a lot of just like not. You know what? I put my notebook over here, as you can see.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. I really need to be writing these little gems.
What? I'm sorry. What were you getting from the Poison Ivy? Was it the Poison Ivy thing?
No, is Ivy bad?
Maybe it's for the right reason, says Will. We shall see.
That's what I'm saying. And you're like, what'd you get? Because of Poison Ivy? It's like, no. Oh my gosh. And then William with the drugs. I can't let that go.
I know. She did you one in there.
Sorry.
I can't let things go. Where's Royal?
Where is Royal? Obviously, we haven't given that up ever.
I think I need to implement that into Dom and Simon. Like, Dom needs to really question about Royal.
I know. I think they need to wonder. They're not curious.
They're not curious.
And we said it to Simon. We're like, you guys never realized that Royal is missing? And he's like,
curious.
we never noticed.
I
I'm
never
like,
even thought of that.
you never noticed. Why did Karen say she needed to speak with him?
Why? How did you just let that go? My voice is at a high screech right now,
How
and
did
it's
he-
real annoying.
How did
I love it.
Why did he let that too much?
How can anybody?
I don't know.
All right, hold on. Is Ivy good or bad? William with the drugs. I'm gonna read this in September. And be like,
What?
the fuck
What was I talking
does
about?
that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All right.
but before we go into and get on that roller coaster,
Before we go, we just have one quick roll call.
I wrote a haiku for it.
You did?
I did.
Oh my God.
Is that what the song was? I'll put it in.
Yeah, that was it.
Another season. We are thankful for you all. Now here is roll call.
Adorable.
Roll call.
Roll call. Hold on, I have to open up.
And here we go. When Michelle reads the roll call, we'll see
I have the
if we have to
giggles.
put this in post.
Don't fuck me up, Liz. Every time
It's
I
hard
do
to read off like almost 50
Yeah,
names
this.
in a row.
It is. So here we go. Okay, here we go. Thank you to drum roll.
Ew, was that gross?
What is that? Sounds like you're
But you know,
drowning.
But in my head, I was like, this sounds so... I can't do that. But in my head, I was like, that sounds like so much like a drum.
Sure.
It's not a drum.
Okay, well,
Why would
there you
wrong
go.
with
That could be it. You know what? That sound can be the TBM roll call. All right. Thank you to Kendall, Allison, Michaela, Letitia, Logan, Teresa, Jessica, Ryan, Shanna. She's here tonight. Rihanna, Emily, Kira, Victoria, Caitlin, Kristen, Daphne, Emily, Chloe, Jillian, Sean, Michael, Jimmy, Jim's Grins. I can't
Jim's Grins.
get past Jimmy without
We love you, Jim's Grins.
And also, it's easier if you dance.
It
Alexis,
is.
Ava, Corey, Jacqueline, Kiralee, Carmen, Lisa, Shannon, Mallory, William, Ashley, Angelina, Alicia, Kaylee. We have 2 Kayleys.
And we have
Shanna,
lots of Katies.
Stop. This is going to be done in post. Grace, Katie, Zahava, Kate, Ashley. I have to cover your face. Presley, Katie, Kimberly, Katie, Carla, and Stefania.
Stefania. Oh, Stefania.
yeah.
Gwen Stefania.
Thank you to
Thank
you
you,
all
everyone.
are the best.
The best humans we could ask for.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sticking with us. For most of you, obviously, 22 weeks of this season and plus.
Yeah.
plus craziness.
Plus.
So thank you guys so much.
And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap on season 4.
Yay!
Oh,
So
it's
proud.
been. Michelle and I were saying off mic, this really has been our favorite season so far.
It's a good one.
It's got a lot of good stuff. It started out really strong. This is the part of the night that I've been talking for too much and I start losing my voice.
Yeah.
But then we thought
it
was gonna go like. But then it kind of brought itself back up again.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good.
It was good, yeah.
It was really fun to talk about and podcast about. So thank you for everyone participating.
She's excited for next season.
I am excited.
I never thought I would see the day.
I know. I didn't think this was going to come. So
Well, I think it's just because you're used to the characters.
I am used to them.
You're like, oh, this is so ridiculous. Of course it is.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Is it
Yeah,
time?
it's ticking up.
Shannon, get on. Tick, tick.
We're going.
Tick,
tick.
tick.
After dark. She doesn't know what. You know you love us.
XOXO.
Gossip Girls.
After dark.
Am I supposed to yell?
So for those of you in the chat that don't know what's happening, leave now.
Oh, yeah.
I listened to the podcast last week and I was zoned out for a minute and then heard and I was like, okay.
And what cracks me up about it is that we go from screaming, then our outro goes and the music for After Dark, and then we come back into After Dark going,
Oh, we arrived.
because we've arrived. So we have arrived to the finale episode After Dark.
Whoa. Wait, everyone's out. This is your warning. You need to go
Bye,
if you don't want to hear After Dark stuff. Okay, so this episode sets you up.
It sets
It
us
tells
up.
you
Sets you up.
who the hell Gossip Girl is.
They want Anne to come sing the After Dark song live.
Oh, it's Thursday. He can't do anything live
You know
on
what?
Thursdays.
You
Oh my
know
God.
what?
She's going to call him.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
After Dark.
Yeah, that's the best.
Hold on. We'll get this. We'll get this live.
Oh my God. Here we go.
He's going to be like, he's upstairs.
I am so hot.
I'm
very warm.
boiling.
I've never. Why is it so hot?
Hello?
Hey, Aunt. Can you sing After Dark because we're live right now?
Can I what?
Can you sing your After Dark song? It was requested.
Oh, okay. I'm coming down.
Oh, no, you can just do it over the phone.
Oh. Like, just say, like, After Dark.
There it is. That's all.
He goes, "All right, coming down."
Thanks, Aunt.
Okay, bye.
He goes, okay.
He was going to come. He was going to come down for
That's
you guys.
commitment.
And
That's big love and true love.
totally.
And it's the right love.
It's the
And
right,
right
love.
love, that was it.
Yeah, it's all the right.
Yeah.
It's all the right love.
no, but okay, this really...
Oh my God! Like literally, you could take this novel and be like, "Here's my Gossip Girl story."
Mm-hmm.
It has to be it.
You didn't listen last week, but we were blown away that they didn't even tell Padge that he was Gossip Girl until the last episode.
They never told him he was Gossip Girl until the series finale.
Oh, you mean the Penn Badge?
Yeah.
You mean they didn't? No, but I know that there was discussions early on of who might be him. But yeah, I think. But he also was like they were pulling out of their ass the whole show. He's the first to say it. Like I don't know what the hell they were doing.
I think he has a lot of not hate, but like
I have a lot of. I like people who represent where they came from. Like John Krasinski's the first to say, like,
He
The Office
gives everything
made me
to
who
The
I
Office.
am. I might never do anything as great as that. I think that for everything.
But
never
honestly,
embarrassed.
everyone on The Office feels that way.
I
not just
guess,
him.
I guess. But like some celebrities are like, no, I don't want to,
I recognize
We
it.
give credit.
We
But,
have
like,
others that feel that way too.
Yeah. But like, give him a start. But yeah, they didn't know what they were doing. You know what?
You truly believe in your heart of hearts that they didn't decide who he was until
Do I think that? Yeah. I'm pretty sure. There's like one theory that you guys haven't discussed yet.
What is it?
I don't know if I want to say it because if you find it out. But you want me
Girl.
to say it?
Let's fucking spill that tea.
Well, I've been listening and you guys haven't discussed, you keep talking about the server, but you haven't discussed the option that like it could not always be him.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
we
where you're going with that.
Because, like, a server, that means everything's going up, which you know Gossip Girl doesn't post everything because she likes her facts to be legit. It's just something to think about.
Michelle's writing that one down, too.
Well, there's like a moderator.
So you think that he works with someone?
Well, isn't that what you're saying?
I'm asking if you've thought about that idea.
Well, yeah, we have thought about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Because how else could it not? It has to be.
It's hard to do all of that yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just an idea.
It's just very obvious that if this is where they wanted to go with it, they could very easily do it.
Yeah, I agree. Let's talk about the reboot.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
So the reboot's coming. We're going to be following it. And I read some interesting things today.
Yeah, I wasn't excited about it, and then I read that interview that I was telling you about earlier, and I'm like, oh, they're legit taking it seriously.
Oh, yes.
Like, it's going to be, like, legit. So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Joshua,
Yeah.
Stephanie.
No, but I mean, like, even besides that, like, I read it. It was an interview with the guy that was the showrunner, and then he left before the last season.
Joshua Safran?
I think that's what his name was.
Oh, he left before the last season? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he felt like they were never going to ask him back because he, like, abandoned, like, his baby.
Whoa.
And then they had him in mind for an idea of how they could reboot it, and it wouldn't be, like, tacky. It wouldn't be, like...
Nice.
Yeah. And
I'm so glad that it's not going to be tacky.
Yeah. So he's like, and we found a way to do it that you'll just have to find out how. And I was like, oh, I'm excited.
Oh, I'm really
Oh my
excited.
gosh.
I mean, every week we're like, we're really excited.
No, but
I
I'm
know.
like really excited.
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
And do you get the Gossip Girl blasts? Because I get texts to my phone.
No, you
have to get the Gossip Girl text.
You can subscribe and Gossip Girl will text you. So this was in Town and Country Mag when we were Googling.
Random.
But this says the lead characters have been introduced and the storyline appears to revolve around half-sisters.
I wonder who the half sisters
Julian.
Oh,
Julian and a wealthy social media influencer, and Zoya, a middle-class newcomer.
Oh, they're half sisters?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's like a Rufus Lily situation.
It's like a Serena Blair if they were sisters, is what they're saying.
No, because the Zoya is from lower
Middle
income.
class.
Yes.
Yeah. Former rookie editor and fashion blogger Tavi Gevinson plays Kate Keller, a flustered teacher.
Oh, that makes so much more sense because she seemed to appear to be older.
But also young.
But like Miss Carr young.
Right. Despite the differences, Brooklyn is trendy and chic rather than Dan Humphrey's wasteland as the original portrayed it. The new Gossip Girl's intrigue is set to be just as compelling. How much drama can I make? Showrunner Josh Safran said. Eli Brown acts as a rich do-gooder. German Obi and Thomas Doherty plays Max, who seems to be a Chuck Best parallel for 2021. Does Max make out with boys? Doherty said, yes, I do get naked, and yes, I do indulge.
Yes, I've seen.
Also in the mix are Luna, played by Zion Moreno, and Monet, played by newcomer Savannah Smith.
Yeah, those are like Julian's peeps.
Yeah. And then there is one Gossip Girl OG who seems to likely to make an appearance. Before the reboot was announced, Chase Crawford
I had a feeling.
told Digital Spy that he'd be up for reprising his role. I would absolutely cameo. He said I'd have to.
Well, good for you, Chase. That's upstanding citizen.
Especially when he has such a successful show right now.
Right.
To come home.
Apparently, they asked all of them, if you want to come back, come. If
Whenever.
not, we totally get it. But apparently, the characters do reference
that's what I heard.
The past.
So
the OGs.
But I like that they're not like descendants of them.
No.
I
Just live in
want
the
to
world,
ask
though.
you a question. I don't necessarily know if it's a spoiler, but the cats
They're just
in the finale episode.
You're asking me.
Yes, I'm sorry. Shanna,
Yes.
I'm directing this towards you.
Yes.
There is a time jump where we see what happens to them in the future, correct?
Yes.
How far in the future is that from where we leave off in 2012?
5 years.
It's
4 or
5 years in the future.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
Literally fucking One Tree Hill, right? No.
But it's like
No.
New Girl style, that it's like just a flash.
No, I know. It's just like a
It's
flash.
not like a whole episode.
No,
or
I know.
anything. It's just
I've seen the
like-
flashes.
I'd say 4 years is safe.
So this show ended in what?
2012.
And we get 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Thank you. Is that Angelina? Katie.
Jessica, Katie.
Okay.
I just wanted to.
Yeah, I would say 5 years. Yeah.
So 5 years in the future, 2017. We're starting to show up again in 2020.
Yeah. What do you?
21.
Well, yeah, but I think it's set to be 2020 in their show.
They spoiler free. They wrap up our individual characters.
No, I know
there's
that.
No reason that like anything that happened in their lives would reflect.
Totally.
Effects. Yeah.
Totally. I get that. I just wanted to see if like we were literally leaving off
right
where we left off in the finale, or if it's like sometime more in the future, which is a few more years.
I figured we were going to get a time jump to see where everybody was.
Yeah, I mean,
we usually
they did that in the OC,
snippet.
so
yeah,
and they did that in One Tree Hill.
Can't wait for you to see that.
Well, there's
Can't
one
wait.
thing that I'm like, damn it. I just don't know how we get there is the one thing I'm thinking of.
Nobody does.
Okay, well, that's
They
reassuring.
want to know what was spoiled for you. That was because Rachel Bilson
yes.
was on that. Yeah.
Yes, Rachel Bilson.
Yeah.
Rachel Bilson.
It just popped up in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, sorry.
The season that we're on.
Oh, yeah. She
I should have kept watching.
she plays the roommate
Yeah.
of the mother.
On How I Met Your Mother?
She plays the roommate of the mother, but you don't know what it is until much later.
Oh, okay.
Because, they're so good with bringing it all full circle.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else we'd like
anything
to
else
add
before we
after dark?
end?
Spoilers ahead.
I just wanted to know, this isn't like After Dark, do you honestly see Serena ending up with Nate or Padge?
Or no one?
Like, do you see either one of those as like a serious?
So if you think Chair or Endgame, are there any other couples you potentially could see as being Endgame?
I feel like at the end maybe we'll see
There's
Nate.
one couple that I don't think you even know about, and she's gonna be obsessed with it. Like, so excited.
Oh, I know it.
Oh, you do?
I don't know if
Okay.
she's going to be obsessed with it though.
I think she will. By the time we get there,
I'm just doing the sister telepathy, and I think I know who she's talking
My
about.
goodness.
I can get from your face that you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know. I don't know how we get there, but that makes sense to me.
No, but it's great. Yeah.
Anyway, anyone else? You said Nate and someone?
Yeah, I could see us just getting a flash of Nate and Serena, and we're like, ugh, how did this happen? What a doormat situation.
Yeah, but maybe growth, like...
Yeah, that'd be fine.
She's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
The reason I don't think Padge and Serena end up together is because if Rufus and Lily stay together, and I think it's just like
too close for comfort.
So you think Rufus and Lily are endgame?
How do you not think of Rufus
I guess
and Lily
so.
are
At this
endgame?
point, I think because are we really giving Lily another husband?
I mean, anything is
could.
possible,
We could.
but it just would be sad
Yeah.
for that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
And that's really it for our couples, like
And yeah, with everybody else.
anyone else going to pair up?
Yeah, no. I don't see. Unless they did like a Nate and Jenny.
It's so funny that you just said that because we got an email from Joshua today, which I'm going to read to you much later because it's kind of why he felt Dan was Gossip Girl and the whole situation and how he thinks people, like Shanna said, were working and helping him out. And then he mentions if Jenny didn't leave the show, he said could totally have seen Jenny and Nate being endgame.
I would have liked that. I would have been okay with that.
I would have been okay with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
because
would've
they were cute for the time, and
Yeah.
Now going back that Nate Tessa, I'm like, wow.
Well, I liked them at the time.
I did like
I will
them.
give them that credit. I did like them for that.
So early on in the show,
Yeah.
Yeah.
never gave him a chance.
Yeah.
We had 2 chances, right?
Yeah, sort of 2 chances,
Yeah.
but that is it.
That's it. Wow.
Anyone in the chat have any last words?
Any last remarks?
Yeah, Mike wants me to say the couple, but I don't want to spoil it for everyone.
Well, you can type it there if everyone's okay with you
I don't
typing.
want to do it unless everyone's okay with it.
Everyone give the thumbs up if you're okay with Shanna mentioning who the endgame couple is.
And be honest, you could say no.
And yeah, you can say no, or you can just click out, if you want. But that is it.
Wow, Liz, what a great season.
It was a
Thank
great
you.
season, and I'm super happy with the way everything turned out.
Me too.
The fact that that Dana's Gossip Girl is truly, we thought maybe it was going to be a
Hinder the show?
but I don't think it is, and I hope you guys feel that way as well.
No.
It added a special
It's
element
like
to the show.
knowing a secret, and I like it.
You're in the cool kids club.
I know what everybody else
you
knows
know.
in the world.
Well, you know what everyone else except for maybe a handful of people know.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see how this is all going to play out.
Yeah.
Because again, season 5, while I know a lot of things, I've never seen them on screen. So I'm super excited.
I haven't watched it in a long time too, so I'll probably watch with you again.
Yeah, so super excited. Thank you for everyone who joined us in the chat. Thank you for everyone for listening each week. We super appreciate you. And obviously it helps because we see the numbers and we're like, oh my God, there's more people.
I know.
Who are you?
Yeah.
It's great and such a wonderful feeling that you're enjoying the show. So again, if you haven't, maybe rate us and review us on iTunes, Apple Podcast. We would really appreciate it. So until September.
We'll see you then, but follow us and be with us with New Gossip Girl because we'll be covering it.
And follow us on Total Betty Media on Instagram because we'll be over there.
Yeah.
Mostly over there.
Yes.
So making a little transition.
Did you decide if you're doing it weekly?
We're going to be doing it weekly. So they say 6 episodes are going to be released and then another 6 are going to be released, which originally it was 10. And we thought, oh, great, 10 episodes. But 6, we're going to weekly podcast and figure out a schedule for that. So stay tuned and we'll miss you guys, but we'll see you in September. Not to worry.
Not to worry.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to 3 Gossip Girls. You can find us on all social media platforms at 3 Gossip Girls Pod or at 3gossipgirlspod@gmail.com.
This has been a Total Betty Media podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio, music by Anthony Vicora.